Hi everyone, today I would like to introduce a photographer which is named Gordon Parkers. He was one of the greatest photographers over the 20th centuries. He was a humanitarian with a deep commitment to social justice. He left behind an exceptional body of work that documents American life and cultures from the early 1940s into the 2000s. With the focus on race relationship, poverty, civil rights, and the urban life, Parker was also distinguished composers, authors, and filmmakers who interact with many others leading people in his area, which from politicians and artists to artists and other celebrators. So in the first pictures, which is taken by the Golden Parkers in the Washington D.C., which in the years of 1942 shows the two childs which is play with each other in front of the trash and the horrible buildings. Perfectly shows the locals' condition, the locals' poverties of the peoples. So in these pictures, it was taken by the Golden Parkers in the 1942s, which perfectly shows five chairs in front of front doors. In these pictures, I think the photographers perfectly utilize the interpretive technique, which is allow the user to guess the meaning of these pictures, which basically means allow the user to guess what children is thinking about, what children is looking for. These pictures was taken in the 1947, which is perfectly shows the locals' racist situation. Which in these pictures, the photographer shows when there was situations allowed the black children to choose whether become a white children's or black children's. The black children's actually point his finger to the white children's. And on the other hand, I also think the photographer utilized a low perspective technique, which is actually boost the feeling of the subject to the viewers. Finally, for these pictures, it was taken in the 1946, in the which is shows the uh, bunch of peoples waiting for the boat to commute from the state islands to the Manhattan cities. On the other hand, I think these pictures is perfectly utilized the high perspective technique, which is create a unique feeling of these pictures, and eventually perfectly shows the contemporary living situations, working situations.